What is up, people? This is the Vinyl Casket, home to the lamest taste. You can check me out on Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube, where you can subscribe, like, and comment, hit the bell for much, much more. I've been a little bit slacking the last couple weeks with videos, but still putting out a small amount. We're going to do something I don't normally get to do because of my own issues on this channel. That's a review, which I do, but this is a book review. If you've been on the channel for a long time, you know that maybe 2 years ago, year and a half ago, I don't know when it was, probably 2 years ago, I reviewed this book, Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Yeah, Bardugo. But in that review, I did not physically have the book because I was so excited and enjoyed the book so much that as soon as I finished it, I tried to get my wife to read it right away, which in doing so, I left the book with her at her parents' house and then went to make the video at my parents' house where my setup was and didn't have the book. So yes, I have the book. I read it. You can watch that review. I love this book so much that as soon as it came out, I got this book, Hellbent. This is a sequel to Ninth House. I normally do not. I try to avoid buying hardcovers. Not that I don't like hardcovers. It's that I read a lot. A lot of my free time is my commute to work, which is a hour and 40-minute train ride to, and then again home to the city where I do construction. So hardcovers don't really last. This book has been through hell. Hellbent. This book has been there. I don't get to read it. I think I started this in January. I've had it, but I started it at either the end of December or the beginning of January. I just finished it. Probably going to try to hopefully get some money saved up so I can get another nicer copy because this thing has been destroyed. With that being said, I love this. I love this book. I love this series. I know on the internet a lot of people are like, oh, this book was so good. This book didn't live up to it. It's okay, but it's not the same. I like this book more. I like this book more. If you don't know, Ninth House and Hellbent are the Galaxy Stern, Alex Stern series by the author who is famed for... what is it called? Was it Netflix series? Something in Bone. I can't think of it. It's the completely losing my mind. The Grishaverse. But Shadow and Bone. Duh. Known for that, and that series and universe, which has multiple series inside of it. This was her first attempt at a adult fantasy novel. This is the second. I believe there's a third because the way this book ends, I loved it nonstop. I wish I could have read it consistently and thoroughly and all the way through, but I had to take breaks, which sucked. But it's done. This book is a realism-based fantasy novel that is historical, it's mythical, it's super fantasy-based because it involves with ghosts and magic and hell, but then dives into the secret societies and history of Yale and ghosts and then solving murders through using these things. And this book set up a lot of what the Ninth House, the Leith House, does in Yale's secret society landscape. Those ceremonies and the different houses, and then also solves a murder as well as flashbacks us to this relationship between Alex and Darlington and how he got lost, and gives us all this backstory. So you're getting told like 3 stories in a row. This follows us trying to get Darlington back after we find out why he actually what actually happened to him and how the former dean summoned a portal to get a Hellbeast to kill him because he was getting caught. we then spend almost the entire book trying to bring him back. They do a thing, they get stopped. It brings back part of him as a demon. The demon gets out, takes over the guy that was overseeing Leigh, and then he becomes a demon. We find out that vampires are real because they're a demon. If you go to hell through the gauntlet, which is a way that was built through this society, through this library to go through, come in, go in, and then apparently they went through it. They erased that it existed. They went in. When you come out, you have to be a murderer to go in, and then you come out, and then this ghost of the person you murdered comes after you, and if they get you, not ghost, this demon looking like the person, they get you, they suck out your soul, your body deteriorates, they become you, and then they become a vampire, which is wild. We have to actually see it happen. Like, there's wild spoilers, by the way. So yeah, so we follow the Alex and her compatriots as Dawes and Alex, really, as they try and attempt all these things and try to find this way and get through while there's multiple murders going on, so that the cop that works with them is trying to solve that. All gets connected. They have this big, like, now team of people by the end that all know this stuff. A ton of people get murdered. We find out that vampires exist, and we get to see one of them become a vampire. Darlington comes back. We find out that Alex, as the Wheel Walker, has even more powers than we thought about and can summon hellfire, and that Darlington now can shift between human and demon whenever he wants. You got adult material, not as a lot, but a good, a decent amount. Historical, mythological, fantasy, crime, detective work. If you like Batman and you want to read a fantasy novel, this is for you. I love this. I know the internet did not like this as much as Ninth House. I think that they are a great set. I really want to get another paperback of this so that I can, read it again and not destroy it on the train. I would also like to replace this because it is really, I don't know if you guys can see that. I want this thing. I love this. I read this to death. Yeah, I want to get the what's the exclusive set? The Barnes & Noble exclusive sets, because they have different colors. I think this is white, and it has a way cooler snake on it, and then this is red. Really cool, really amazing. Out of 5, I'd give this a 4.9. Check it out. Check out Leigh. All of her work is so far is great. I'm reading King of Scars right now. I'm gonna read the entire the entire Shadow and Bone series and do reviews on those. Also have stuff on Holly Black I gotta recover. But with that being said, this is Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. This is an incredible must read. Check out my Instagram. I did a write up over there also. 4.9 out of 5. You can check out the rest of my stuff on Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube, all at The Violent Casket, one word. We have the home to lame mistakes. You can subscribe, like, and comment, hit the bell for much more. Do me a massive favor and stay lame.